Hello, it's good to have you here. Good for you signing in. It is nice calling site. You're welcome. This channel offers you a way or teach you or guide you a way for you to know coding that is from basic to a professional level. Today we'll be looking at the theory aspect of the course, which is HTML. This is the basics for you to know in order to develop your own website. Another thing is that it's good for you to have your own book, that is this one, for you to be jotting some things that are not easy to remember, things that are hard to crack. It's advisedly, if you're watching a video, you have to watch it bit by bit. Do not skip any part of it because any part of it is important. I'm releasing the theory is going to be part 1 and 2, which I'm rounding off the course. I'm going to show you how to download your text editor in order to do your coding on. That is based on the practical aspect if you finish the theory aspect of the course. So, bye, enjoy.
Welcome back. It is nice coding site. This tutorial, it is the first part of the course. This is the theory part that I'm conducting. What is on my screen is what is HTML. HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language, and it is the most widely one being used to write web pages. What is hypertext? Hypertext refers to the way in which web pages, that is HTML documents, are linked together. When you click a link in a web page, you are using hypertext, meaning when you click a link, it takes you to another site or it redirects you to your relative document, or it takes you to the external link. You are using hypertext. Markup language describes how HTML works. With a markup language, you simply mark up a text document with tags. We are coming up, you know what is tag. That tells a web browser how to structure it and display it. Why we learn HTML? For you to develop a website, HTML is one of the essential things to learn because it is a prerequisite in learning other programming languages used for developing a web site, which is like JavaScript, PHP, MySQL, many more. HTML tag. What is HTML tag? These are elements named surrounded by angle brackets. They are element names surrounded by angle brackets. Example, as you can see, the P tag here, which is a paragraph tag, it is surrounded by angle brackets. This is a tag, a paragraph tag. This angle bracket is the opening tag here, and this is the closing tag here, meaning that this forward slash has closed the tag. This is a paragraph tag, as you can see. Element slash content. What is elements? HTML element usually consists of an opening tag, element, content, and a closing tag, meaning that this is the opening tag, which is the P tag. This is the closing tag. This is the element content. This P is the element content of HTML. Sorry, it's elements. And this hello element content is the element content. As you can see here, elements, element content, elements. HTML attribute. What are attributes? An attribute is used to define the characteristics of an element, as I said earlier, elements, and it is placed inside the element opening tag. All attributes are made up of two parts, which is the name and the value. Yeah. This is HTML element font. This face is an attribute, as you can see here. This Arial is a font face. Value, that is the value of this attribute. This is the name face. Attribute has more different name. This is an element attribute, value of it. Meaning this font face will render Arial when it is displayed. HTML comments. What are comments? Comments are piece of code which is ignored by any web browser. Meaning when you put comment in your code, it is being ignored by the web browser. It will not display it. It is a good practice to comment your code, especially in complex document, to indicate section of a document, yeah, for someone to understand, and any other note to anyone looking at the code. Yes, as I said earlier, comment help you and others to understand your code. This is the syntax of a comment. Sorry. You have the angle bracket, that is the opening tag, that is the exclamation mark. This, the dash, this is comment, as you can see here. You won't understand this now, but when we come to the practical aspect, you get to know what are comments. But all I want you to know is comment is a good practice for you to do if writing your code. HTML font. What are fonts? The font tag, that is this tag here, is used to add style, size, and color to the text on your site. You can use the base font tag to set all your text to the same size, face, and color. Yes, the base font applies all in one. The font tag has three attributes called the size, the color, and the face, meaning that it has some characteristics. You can add more characteristics to the font tag. As I said earlier in the back, you see a font tag where you see face, we render Arial to it. So this face is the attribute that we use at the back, which we render is a writing style, and this is the color, and this is the size, which font tag has three attributes. Font attribute. This is the example. You can see font size, and this is we are explaining the attribute size here. Font face. This is Time New Roman. Yes, it will render Time New Roman to the text. This one will render size 1. Font color will render red. Base font here, we integrate all in one. Sans serif size is 2, color is black, 000. HTML headings. What are HTML headings? Any document starts with a heading. You use different size for your heading. Yes. HTML also has 6 levels of heading, which we used. Correct me on that. The elements, to use the element header 1 to 6 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. While displaying any heading, browser adds one line before and after the heading. It is a block element, meaning when you display heading 1 and you put heading 2, as you can see example here, heading 1 to 6 here, this number 1 will be big than this number 2. It adds its subsequent value, That is, this will be bigger than this, and this will be bigger than this, and this will be bigger than this, up to the sixth one. So it is a block element, meaning it takes all the, when heading is declared, it takes all the horizontal rule of a screen on a web browser. You get to know, understand this. This is the theory part. What I want you is to know heading. But when you come to the practical aspect, you will know the application of it. Let's continue. HTML paragraph. You all know what is paragraph in English. The P tag here, that is the element tag P, offer a way to structure your text. Each paragraph of a text should go in between an opening, that is opening P tag, and closing P tag. As shown below in the example. Here we have an example. We have a two paragraph. Yes. Here is a paragraph text. Here is a second paragraph text. When you render the element P, meaning the web browser knows that it is a paragraph. Paragraph attribute. Paragraph have attribute. You can use align attribute to align your paragraph. We have the align left here. Will render the text or anything that you wrap up in a paragraph to the left screen on your, to the left side on your screen. We have the centered, paragraph centered, that is the attribute. It will render anything that you wrap up in your P tag here to be centered on your screen. We have the right to stay on the right side on your screen. We have the justify to justify the text. HTML line break. What do you understand by the line break? A HTML line break produces line break in a text. It is an empty element, meaning it does not have an opening tag. Note the BR, that is the element here, has a space between the character BR and the forward slash, meaning this place here has a, this is the way to render these elements. It has space here. If you didn't put space here, it will not work. Line break is good when writing your code. You want, let's go to the example. The example like this: hello world, my name is. I want this Simon John to come right in the place that it is right now. I render the line break tag here, so Simon John will not stay on this line, will go to another line. It is empty element. It does not have a opening tag. HTML links. Links helps users to jump from current web document to another site or relative document. Yes. This is the work of hypertext. You can render a link with the element tag anchor, that is this A, the href. We have two types of a link. We have the external link and relative link. External link, what it does is that it redirects, or it takes the visitor or the people or the person that clicked the link to another external link, not inside of your document. As you can see here, I put an external link of a Google. If I have an internet connection, this, if I click this link, it will take me to Google. We have the relative link, that is index.html. I have an index.html in my pages. That is, if I click it, it will take me to my home page. Hyperlink allows visitors to navigate between websites by clicking on a word, phrase, or an image. You can put link to a word. That is what I'm doing right now. here, home. It can be phrase and image. One thing with link is you can have it as a picture, you can have it as a word, or you can have it as an image. HTML centered. As the name implies, this renders HTML element or content. We know about elements and we know about content to be centered by wrapping them inside of a centered tag. This is the centered tag here. We have the opening and the closing. Example is this. Here is the centered. I put a paragraph in between them, which means this text here, I am a center, sorry, correct me on that. Paragraph, typing arrow. So this text here, this paragraph will sit on the center of the screen when I display it on a web page, web browser. HTML horizontal rule. This renders a line on a web browser. It is an empty element, meaning when it is declared, it renders a straight line. Let's come to the example here. This is a paragraph and one should be on top, meaning I am rendering this thing here like a break line. It is an empty element. It does not have an opening tag here. This will render a straight line from this side like this. Sorry, oops. It will render a straight line like this. So, thank you. We'll be continuing this on the next lesson. Make sure you rewind this video, you stop it, and you can do everything we did for the learning purpose. It is nice coding side. Please make sure you follow your tutorial bit by bit in order for you to understand the theory part. I will be continuing the next one as I did. Thank you very much. Bye bye.